All right, good day, folks. Welcome back. Episode 3 of the Vino, Vici podcast. This is one of the greatest shows in America. You guys know that. We know that. And now you're back with us. We're really, really excited today. Our third episode, it's been a really, really cool ride. We've already introduced you guys to some amazing personalities, some amazing people. And today is no exception. We've got a very, very special guest. And this is a guy that comes a little bit from my world too. He's got a little sports background in football, a little bit in golf, a little bit in everything, man. This guy actually played a little ball. We'll talk about that. I won't give too much away, but without further ado, we've got the wonderful, the incomparable Matt Rogers. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Now listen. This guy right here, folks, has announced games for the Titans in game. He's been a LIV Golf announcer. He also has, and this is his words, mediocre high school football player. I got a feeling he was better than mediocre.
I really wasn't.
I got a feeling you were. Something just tells me, you don't make it to the announcer booth being mediocre. Okay. You will, as we say, man.
There's a story there. Whenever you want to talk about it, I'm ready.
I can't wait. As we say in the business, you were probably mad decent, son. So we're excited about that. Happy to have you. You guys know our other guests. You got Shota Ike. You got Steven, the two goats right here. I like that hat, Steven. What you got on that hat right there?
It's a brand new merch we're flying out at the farm. It says Kindred on it. I'll send you guys some.
Love it.
Listen,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me and Shota, we love merch now.
Yeah.
There we go.
We're not turning down no merch.
Yeah.
But with that, Steve, why don't you go ahead and take us into what we got going on next?
Yeah, man. So I've got the wine sponsor. This is a really cool wine sponsor. So this is, I am holding a Virginia Brut. So for those of y'all who don't know, sparkling wine is the category. So out of sparkling wine, you have kind of classics like champagne and Prosecco. Champagne has to come from the Champagne region of France. Champagne tends to be kind of what people know. I just had a dinner this past weekend and they were serving Dom. Everyone knows Dom Perignon. So that's a champagne. This is
I got a fun story about Dom in my rookie year at some point, I'll tell you, but keep going.
I want to hear that.
So this is a cool sparkling wine because made in Virginia with Virginia fruit. So they're taking the same champagne techniques and doing that. And the sponsor today is Sip Society out of Richmond, Virginia. Okay. And it's pretty cool. So it's women owned. It's a brand new little boutique in Richmond, Virginia. And on Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m., they do free wine tastings. And so anyone who's listening that's in the Richmond area that goes in and buys stuff, mention that you heard about it on the podcast. They'll give you 10%. They'll give you a little hookup, some love from Vino, Vici. But yeah, so shout out to Sip Society, and we're going to bust this guy open and take a sip, and we'll give a critique. And while I do that, I figure I'll hand that over to you, Shota.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Matt, thank you so much for joining us. We love to start every episode asking our guest with the Vino, Vici pop quiz. Oh. That includes, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite music album? And what's your favorite sports moment? So are you ready, boss?
I'm ready.
All right,
is
let's
it
do
like speed round, or do I just
take your time with it? It's not speed round. It's natural, organic, really easy, just like a combo. Yeah.
And man, we're talking food here. This is dramatic now. This is like, you're on death row. You're about to walk the green mile.
Hey.
This is the last thing they're going to feed you. What is it going to be?
I'm all about it. I mean, I'm 265 in person. I probably look 345 on camera. So I like me some food.
A podcast podcasts add like 45 pounds.
Deal.
I'm 275, so I'm with you.
Are you really 275?
Absolutely.
God, you're freaking gorgeous. It must be the beard.
Yes.
Seriously.
But a lot of it's just in the head.
I would have never guessed.
All right up in the
I would
head.
have never guessed.
Very disproportionate.
I would say you're still like a smooth 240, ripped up.
Man.
You do not look 275. Well done.
Yes,
God
well done.
bless you
Well,
for
a little
that.
cheers
I
to, can I give a
appreciate that.
cheers to Matt
Thank you for having
and
me.
Jay's big head? There we
Cheers
go.
to that.
Cheers to you
Toast.
guys.
Cheers.
Toast. That's good. That's really good.
So
All right,
Matt,
go.
if you had to
Your
pick,
questions to you.
Okay.
yeah, if you had to pick, I know it's a hard one, but what would your favorite food be? Sort of your
Cool.
last meal kind of thing.
I mean, I love Mediterranean food. So I'm going chicken shawarma, gyro, hummus,
Wow.
tabbouleh.
There we go.
That's my jam.
I've got a spot for you here
Tell me.
in Nashville. It's called Jerusalem. On the outside of the restaurant, it says Rebar, but it's not Rebar. It's Jerusalem. Like they didn't change the name, but it's right off of Nolensville, right by the not by the airport, right by the zoo.
Okay.
It's called Jerusalem Rebar. I mean, authentic. And here's what you love. When you find a place where like the lighting is horrible, the seating is like, what are they doing here? Everything looks off, but you eat the food and you're like, this is the best hummus I've ever had.
I'm so glad you told, because I mean, and I love it. I go to House of Kebab at least once a week.
No, dude, this place will blow your face off.
Let's go.
I know food and drink, and their food, it's killer.
I'm in.
So
I promise you, I will eat there in the next 5 days.
to Rebar Jerusalem. If you're listening,
What a great name.
Give us some love.
Yeah, give us some love and send some of the kebabs over this way. But yeah,
I promise you, I'll go there in the next 5 days.
There you go.
So that's how I go with Shota. I would definitely go with Middle Eastern. I'm on death row. Bring me an extra side of hummus and some tabbouleh.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, Chef, like I never knew anything about that because I'm like a white boy that grew up in Southern California.
Yeah,
like I know about burgers and Mexican food. Like that's all I ate growing up. And then after I was on American Idol, I started traveling with Discovery Channel and I went to Dubai for the first time.
Ooh.
And that's when I'm like, Middle Eastern, I can't eat that. Like, And dude, they brought it to me. And I'll just tell you, there was a reason Jesus ate that food.
That's right. That's right.
It's the best. It's unbelievable.
It's the best food. I love it.
Couldn't agree more. All right, great pick. Moving on to the second question, my personal favorite. What is your favorite music album and story? Why as to that pick?
This is a tough one.
It's tough.
I feel like my parents convicting me. So like, I feel like if I don't say a Christian album, my mom's
gonna say Michael W. Smith, I'm gonna slap you.
I'm not. Okay. I was gonna say, but if I don't say a Christian album, my mom will reach down from heaven and smack me. Sorry, Mom, I'm not going Christian.
There we go.
Sorry, Kirk Franklin.
He's gonna get crazy.
if I don't go like old school country or like Bob Dylan, my dad will smack me. But here's the truth, Jonah.
There we go.
The truth is, and it's not like the truth is, My Kind of Party by Jason Aldean.
No
way. Here's why.
I like
when
it.
I left California and moved to Tennessee, there were two songs that stuck out to me. And it was called Flyover States. And it was about how we never talk about, Oklahoma and Kansas and all the important people there. I love that song. And then there was a song on there called Old Boots, New Dirt. And I just remember how happy I was when I moved to Tennessee. Yeah. And I'm like, look, kids, it's a real bale of hay. And it's, you know what I mean? Like, look, there's green trees. You know what I mean? Like, everything was so awesome. It's like, oh my God, it's a cardinal and it's red. Oh, a blue jay. It was, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like one of my aunts growing up, like, they would go, good morning, Lord. Thank you, Mr. Blue Jay. Like, I was like so happy for the basic things.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like, we didn't get that on the West Coast. So, like, I would replay that song and I was like so happy that I had like the same old me, but like I was in a new place.
That's awesome.
So plus like with my country background, I mean like Aldean to me is freaking cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The funny thing is he's literally like one of the only country music singers I've never met.
No way.
I've met everybody except him.
That's
and
crazy.
It's weird because like all my friends know him and you probably met him a ton of times.
Yeah, I cook for him regularly.
Yeah, he's the only one I've never met.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
It's wild.
That's
we
so
need to get an intro there going.
I know, seriously.
Yes, we do. I'm going to have some questions for you later on about folks you've met too. I love hearing stories about that.
Absolutely. All right, so that's my meal. That's my album. And then what's my other one?
The last question is, what's your favorite sports moment? And that goes back all the way to high school, whatever you want throughout your career today.
Yeah. Do you have a high school football moment when you were mediocre?
I was not lying to Jay. I was not good in high school. I had 0 offers. I had 1 offer.
Okay.
It was an NAIA school called Azusa Pacific University in California. And it's not even D3.
Good enough to get that.
It was NAIA, and it was like a Christian school. So like my mom was like, "Yay, Jesus is playing. He's going." And my dad was like, "No, he's not."
Yeah.
But I ended up not going there. But back to the question. Okay. Dude, I don't mean to go this deep this early in the podcast.
No, hit this.
But here's the truth, and I'll probably cry talking about it, but it's my favorite sports moment. Okay. We're in the locker room at before we take the field in the Rose Bowl to play Drew Brees and Purdue. So I played for University of Washington.
Wow.
And we were playing Drew Brees and Purdue. And our starting safeties, his name was Curtis Williams. He ended up passing away like 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
He broke his neck against Stanford. So on our Rose Bowl rings and on our jerseys, we had C-Dub for Curtis Williams.
Wow.
And that happened like 6 weeks before the Rose Bowl. And we thought he was going to pass away at the time and not. And he ended up being a quadriplegic. I know I'm going deep, but it's a good story. So we're in the locker room before we take the field. We did our warm-ups and everything. Jay will know about that. And then you come in and you're all pumped up, but you have like maybe 10, 15 minutes where you just kind of before you take the field. So we're doing that. And dude, as we walk out, it was the first time we saw C-Dub since the Stanford game. And he was in his wheelchair and he had his straw and everything. And we're about to take the field, dude. And I was young, dude. I was 20.
Right.
I'd never really seen that. You know what I mean? Like, I never saw, like, you know, I never saw someone in that condition in person. And that's my guy, dude. Like, he would call me before, you know, in the hotel room every night. Yo, Rogers, let me get some chew. You know, because I used to dip back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And it was great too, dude. And he was like, me and him were tight because, like, dude, he was like one of the only brothers on the team that would chew tobacco.
Right.
And we, dude, him out, like, it was great, dude. And I saw him, dude, and we all saw him, and like our hearts broke, but it motivated us. And it was my favorite moment because I remember, like, it was the first time at such a young age that I felt so inspired by one of my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you say, I love you, I'll play for you, and we're going to play for each other, this and that, and you mean it. But when you see it and you're like, dude, that could be me, I'm really going to go lay it all out for him because he did that for us. Dude, we went out and we freaking smashed Purdue. Like, we jumped up 14-0 right off the bat. I don't think Drew Brees had a completion like the whole first quarter. Our defense was off the chart and everything was like for C-Dub. So, like, we literally knew there was just no way we were going to lose that game.
Wow.
And we were,
God.
The Purdue was the favorite.
Yeah.
You know? So,
they were. They had Drew.
Yeah. That was my favorite moment because I never forget it for the rest of my life. The way that made me feel, I don't know. There's not too many times in my life where I've felt that. You know what I mean?
So powerful.
I know it's a little deep, but you asked.
No, that's great.
No, that is such a good answer.
No, that's a beautiful thing because
it changed, it changed the game, literally, like everything.
So what's the jump? From, like, you're the mediocre guy in high school and all of a sudden you're winning the Rose Bowl. Like, that's a huge jump. Are you a late bloomer? Yes. You were only like 5'1". You were like, what, like not big in high school?
I really wasn't. Like, so like my freshman year, I was 5'10", like 240, and I was a chubby 240. Like, I was a mama's boy, dude. Like, I was not the guy.
Yeah.
Like literally, dude, like, I looked for a reason not to practice. Like, I was a wussy, put a P in front of it. Like, let's just call it what it is.
Right, yeah.
I was that kid.
Yeah.
And I played one play my freshman year, and it was I went to South Hills High School in California, and we played against Covina, and we were getting beat like 63-0. And I was like the third string offensive guard or something. Yeah. And they put me in for one play on defense.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, like, dude, my mom and dad never missed any game, even when I freaking sucked.
Right.
They were there. And I'll never forget, dude, I got in for one play. We're losing by 100. And I'm at defensive tackle, and I get double teamed, and I get buried. And my mom stands up. She goes, "Yay, that's my Matthew." And I'm like, "Oh my God, Mom, shut up." So, like anyone else, I quit my sophomore year.
Yeah, there
didn't play.
Yeah.
And back then, when you didn't play a sport, you were in PE.
Oh, yeah.
But I always loved football. Like, I was the recreation guy. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Like, the football players intimidated me because, like, like, they were freaking bad. Like, look at Jay.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
yeah.
he's still 275. He looks like a freaking Greek god.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
how they look back then.
No.
I played PE and I was playing flag football. And then the varsity coach, who had no idea who I was, he comes out and he looks at me and goes, "Hey, you have really good feet." And I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "Why don't you play football?" I'm like, No, I can't. I'm like, "Well, I wanted to play tight end, but you know, they always put me on offense." He goes, "Why don't you come out? You'll play tight end for me." And I'm like, "Cool." Well, back it up. At the end of my freshman year, literally the freshman coach, and this is before now, this is what, 30 years ago. We're all in a huddle and it was the end of the season. We went like 4-6 or something. He's like, he was terrible. He's like, "None of you guys will ever play professional football. And most of you will never play college, especially Rogers, because he effing sucks." And everyone laughed at me. So after that, I'm like, screw that. I'm never playing again. And that's why I quit. Well, then the varsity coach saw me and he goes, "Come out and play for me." And I'm like, "Well, I'll play for you. You'll make me a tight end?" He goes, "Yeah." So I go out that summer, my junior year, and I walk in and I see the freshman coach. And back then, like, dude, I was not a confident dude. Like, my stomach, sank. I'm like sick to my stomach. Hope Coach Valencia doesn't see me.
Yeah.
He looks over at me and I'm with the tight ends. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be a tight end.
Yeah.
And I go line up with him and from across the field, dude, in front of everyone. And it's been like, 18 months since I've seen this guy? Yeah. "Rogers, what's your fat ass doing with the tight ends? Get over with the tackles." And I'm like, and I went over there, but I didn't quit. And I was just a big guy that, like, by my senior year, I was 6'3", like 260, but I was soft, dude. Like, Jay, I could not bench 145 my senior year. I could not put up one plate. I really couldn't. I couldn't put up a plate.
So crazy.
It's embarrassing.
Well, that tells me you had a lot of natural talent then.
I mean, I had good feet. Feet. And I didn't quit. And I had a coach that actually believed in me. His name was Jim Jennings. He played for San Diego State. He blocked for Marshall Falk. Like, he was a real cat.
Oh, yeah.
And he believed in me. Like, he made me want to not quit.
Okay.
Because, if one person believes in you, like, and I'm little, like, I don't know motivation or anything. I just knew that guy believes in me. So I'm not going to quit on him.
Yeah.
So then, anyway, I was going to go to APU, and the junior college coach from Citrus Junior College approaches me, and he goes, "If you come play for me and you do exactly what I tell you to and you don't get hurt, I promise I will get you a Division I scholarship." And that was always the dream.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So I went home and I told my mom, "I'm not going to APU. I'm going to Citrus." And my mom was like, "No, this is Jesus's plan. What are you doing?" And my dad was like, "Yes, go to junior college." So I ended up going to JUCO, played for him, never got hurt. I had 47 Division I offers.
Shut up.
In 18 months. And
you must have grinded your ass off in the weight room too, though.
It was, I'll tell you what it was, and I feel like I'm talking too much, but I'll say this really fast.
You don't have to. This is the whole point. Okay. We're talking to you.
Well,
you're the interviewee.
Yes.
It's your job to talk too much.
I would say the light bulb that went on in my head, because I was a big body and I just blocked people. Like on offensive line, like, you got to freaking kill people. You got to, and you got to bury them. Yeah. They call it pancakes, which means you put the other guy on his back.
Yeah.
I did not pancake people. I blocked people.
You were positioned.
And even on a counter play, when you got to pull around, you got to hit the linebacker. You want to put your face in his chest and drive your feet and punch your hands and bury him in the ground. I didn't do that. I'd pull around and I'd hit him and I'd stop.
Yeah.
And okay, I did my job. Well, dude, there was this one play in practice where I pulled around, I got my face in the perfect position, and I just freaking lit this linebacker up, blew him off. Like, my impact made him fly like 5 yards. I kept my feet moving, and by the time his back hit the ground, it was probably between 7 and 9 yards.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Nice.
And we were watching film, and I'm like, oh, this is my play. I did a good job. I was so mentally weak.
Yeah.
Like, I was just a baby. It was just like baby food in my brain.
Yeah.
And the coach said, and this is exactly what he said, I won't say it because I know a lot of, good people watching this. He goes,
you got to say it.
Well, he goes, "You see that, Rogers? That's what you're capable of, and you need to be doing that every effing play."
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You rewound it. Watch it again. "You see, Rogers?
Yeah.
That's what," and he said it Well, the second or third time, you're kind of like getting like, oh, okay. The fifth time, and I mean, dude, like a record over and over.
Yeah.
Now we're going on like 5 minutes, and he did it like 15 times.
Wow.
Said the same thing.
You know why he did that, right?
Now I do, but at the time I was so uncomfortable. But tell me, Coach, why did he do
tell
it?
us why, Jay.
Dude, when you finally show a glimpse of that potential, and it's in any industry, you have to see it repeatedly. And it sears it into your mind, the visualization of what you're capable of. And if you keep seeing it, all of a sudden you realize, oh, this is my new standard. I need to be this as much as I can. And it becomes like, it's just something that you just can't stop seeing. That's why he kept saying it to you. That's great coaching.
Well, and there is a difference between knowing it and believing it.
Yes.
Right. And once you believe it, right. And you're right. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, whether you're an announcer, whether you are doing music producing, whether you're a chef. It's once you believe it, nothing will matter after that.
Yep. I mean, both of you, 100%. That's what he did. And he made me say it. And he did it like 20 times. And it went on. He goes, say it. That's what I'm capable of every play.
Yeah.
I said, yes, sir. He goes, no, say it.
Right.
That's what I'm capable of every play. No, say it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm capable of. Say it. That's what I'm capable of every play. Say it again.
Yeah.
Dude, the
He was
light bulb went
programming
on.
you to be a killer.
Yes.
He was programming you, baby. You need that.
And after that, I never blocked anybody. I killed everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was so refreshing because we have a coward and we have a warrior on the inside of us. All of us do. And I lived 17 years of my life as a coward. And that guy pulled the freaking warrior out of me. And it felt so good to be an alpha.
Yeah.
Because I was not for so long. And I'm like, this is me. Like, I looked at everything differently. Like, I looked at everything not like, well, I hope I can survive and get through this. I looked at everything like, I'm going to freaking dominate and I'm going to win. And it just carried over in life. Every job interview I went on, every girl that was better looking than me that I had to ask on a date,
Right.
you know, every business opportunity, everything. It was like, I approached it different. And I mean, almost like biblically, like we're supposed to be the head, not the tail.
Right.
And I lived my whole life in second to last place. And it's like, dude, you know, I was born an original. I don't want to die a copy. Like there's what?
Hey, Shota, you know what we call that in his life that he's experienced? That's called an inflection point. That's called a pivotal moment where the axis is right here and you can go this way or this way. And that coach brought something out of you didn't know was there. And then you decided, I think I want to be this all the time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna kick everything's ass. I love that story, man.
I
love that shit.
It was great.
That shit's getting me juiced up listening to it.
Seriously.
I love it.
And
I
you
love
can,
that shit.
I mean, you can be that dominator, but you can still be a good person.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
I love relationships with people and business and networking. And people are attracted to winners. They're not attracted to losers. And if you're a winner and you still treat people like they're winners, bro, we all win. And
Yes.
I don't know. I'm so thankful for that because it carried over to my life to where, you know, now if I'm going for an announcer job with the Tennessee Titans and on paper I'm the least qualified, they don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Because
Because you walked in like a killer.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let me tell you a little bit about stem cells, folks. Okay, back pain, hair loss, can't get that thing up, no problem. I've got an answer for you. And let me tell you, for over a decade, R3 Stem Cell has been offering regenerative stem cell and exosome therapies that harness the body's regenerative capabilities to bring patients hope.
Hope that surgery can be avoided and tissue injury can be repaired so you can do things like play with your kids again, go hiking, swimming, ride a bike, and most importantly, be pain-free. That would be awesome. Existing pain management therapies have been great for suppressing pain by masking discomfort, but they use things like medication, cortisone, opiates, and things like Advil, ibuprofen, the Tylenol, that kind of stuff. Not good when you're trying to live a healthy life. These treatments work well for relief, but they don't actually fix the problem.
We've all been through that. R3's procedures help repair, regenerate, and restore damaged tissue rather than simply mask or suppress symptoms like most traditional medical therapies. Their therapies include over 20 customized protocols, which are catered to each individual's particular needs. You can check out all available options at r3stemcell.com. And they are the largest provider of regenerative therapies with over 80 centers in 8 countries.
R3's mission since inception has been to provide the highest quality biologics with the highest level of safety testing combined with the highest affordability globally.
With hundreds of success stories on R3's YouTube channel, you can see how people are achieving pain-free living, breathing, easier walking, and also getting back to their social sports and activities. That's always going to be important. So I'll say it one more time. Make sure you guys head over to r3stemcell.com and schedule your free consultation.
So you win the Rose Bowl, and what's the time gap? Because you don't go pro, but you start singing somewhere because you get on American Idol.
Yeah, after that.
Yeah, how the hell does that happen?
the dream was always, at high school and college, I wanted to be a pro football player. I wanted to be like Jay.
Yeah. Yes.
No, you don't want to do that.
I went to Bengals mini camp, and within the first 5 minutes, and I'm a pretty optimistic guy, and I'm a killer.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, okay, I can't do that. Like, it was a different level.
Yeah.
It was like being on American Idol, standing next to Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Wow.
I can't do that. Like, they're better than me.
Yeah. There's levels.
Yeah, there's levels.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna be honest, man. I was a good high school football player because I didn't get it mentally. I was a phenomenal junior college football player, like the best.
Yeah.
And I was a good college football player, and I'm not even on the map when it comes to NFL.
Right.
It is a different breed. So I go home and I'm going to get a normal job, and I got in the mortgage business, which I'm thankful for because that's how I met my wife. We've been together now for 22 years, 4 kids.
Awesome.
Good on
Couldn't
that,
keep her hands
congrats.
off me during COVID.
Hey,
What? Let's
hi-yo.
go. We make babies? No, I'm just kidding. So American Idol came out, and Ruben Studdard and Clay Aiken had just made the final, so the show really
That's
started blowing
right.
up. Yeah.
Ruben
And-
Studdard and Clay Aiken. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I'm at a dinner for like the top 5 producers of the mortgage company. It's this really nice dinner. It was called there's a ton of them now, called the Palms Restaurant.
Okay.
And this one was in
Okay.
San Diego. And they come and they serve the food with the silver platter.
yeah.
They got the white towels.
Yes.
And so it was like the first time we get to see the big boss like once a year, the top 5 guys in the company. And he's sitting on, he's getting freaking hammered. And rumor around the table is that Rogers can sing opera. And he's drinking. He goes, Rogers, I'll give you $100 if you sing opera. And I'm like, no. We're at a dinner, whatever. And he goes, and he gets hammered. He goes, Rogers, I'll give you $500 right now if you stand up in front of this whole restaurant and sing opera. I'm like, bro, put it on the table. Puts it on the table. And I stand up in front of the Palms Restaurant and I just belt it out. I go, Riva, riso, rivo. And I just start freaking belting it out, right? Like, just go for it. Hit the high note at the end, like, ah! And dude, everyone, like the cooks are looking out of the kitchen and like one clap. And because I hit on the high note, like,
Yeah.
ah! And the whole freaking restaurant stands up and starts cheering. And my boss like, some bitch, that's the best thing I've ever seen. Oh my God. And like, it was just a cool moment. And this guy comes over to me and he goes, hello, mate. My name's Nigel Lithgow. I have a show called American Idol. You should try out.
You're kidding. What?
And I'm
What
like,
What are the
crazy story.
chances?
dude, wild.
That is
So-
so Hollywood.
And then here's the crazy thing is, guess where my audition was? Freaking Rose Bowl.
No,
No
way.
way.
So I'm standing there and I'm like, dude,
I know this place.
I was here 4 years ago.
I'm a killer in
Let's
this place.
That is
Hell
crazy.
yeah. Come on. Last time I was on that field, I walked out with a dub. I ain't walking out with anything different.
Hell
There we
yeah.
go.
Yeah. Now,
That's
who
awesome.
were the judges when you had to audition?
Paula, Randy, and Simon.
Oh, the originals.
I had the OGs.
Yes.
Yeah. And Randy, I mean, dude, they were all so cool to me. Because it's funny, like when I was 24, which was the cutoff.
Yeah.
So I was like the old, mature guy on the
That's the
that
cutoff? I
season.
didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know what they've made it now, but it was the year of the diva. So you had Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson, Diana DeGarmo, LaToya London. Like you
remember that season.
Real cat.
And what's your audition song?
Just Once by James Ingram.
Man.
Just once.
Yes.
Can we figure out what we keep doing wrong?
I love it.
Oh, you got pipes,
Jay,
man.
you would
You
love
can
this,
sing.
dude. I was always the guy, like, dude, I was always the guy that would like sing opera in my jockstrap after we won.
No.
You know what I
In
mean?
the
Like I was
locker
a
room.
clown. I'm the team clown.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah, but you know what? That shows that you're comfortable with yourself, man. And you don't like, you'll just let it kind of hang out. Tell me this. What age did you know you could sing?
I was always like in the church plays and stuff growing up.
Okay.
But like look, if we go out for karaoke, like I'll win a karaoke contest. We'll have a good time.
Right.
But if you put me in a room with like some real cats, like musicians,
Yeah.
it's like when I went to the NFL. Like I'm not there. I can't read music. I can't play an instrument.
Right,
Like,
right.
So that's why like it was the year of the diva, and like I had like all the girls kind of fought because they all were good and they all wanted to win. And I was kind of like the sounding board. And with my football background, like bringing everyone together, like all those girls confided in me. So I was kind of like the counselor. Like,
Interesting.
like I knew I wasn't going to win, but I'm like, okay, I can get to the top 5. I can get to the finals. You know what I mean? But like, there's no way I could beat these cats.
Yeah.
And I knew when Jennifer Hudson got voted off 7th, all those votes were going to go to Fantasia, which helped me because no one's deciding between Matt Rogers or Jennifer Hudson.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they're deciding between Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson. When Jennifer got off, I knew Fantasia was going to win because, you know, and that one could have went either way. But the cool thing is, and this goes back to just relationships, treating people well. After that, Jennifer blows up. She goes on Dreamgirls. She wins an
with Eddie
Academy
Murphy.
Award. Yeah, Golden Globe, all this stuff. She was just huge in 2011, 2012. And I hadn't seen her in like 7 years. And her and I were tight on the show. And I got into hosting TV shows because Simon Cowell and Ryan Seacrest, they were really good to me. Like they were good peeps.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
That's
I was
good to
hosting
hear,
a show.
actually.
Yeah, they were great. And I was hosting
You
a
always
show.
wonder how people are really like off camera or what that experience is like. That's cool to hear that they're cool.
Yeah, they take care of you. And I remember I was doing these things, they call them upfronts, to where they're releasing all their shows, and it was on Lifetime. And I had a show called Coming Home where we brought home soldiers and surprised their family. It was awesome.
Oh, that's
And
great.
they said the entertainment tonight for all of the executives was Jennifer Hudson. And I'm like, man, I hope I get to see her. Like, I haven't seen her in like 7 years. I wonder if she'll remember me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like all
Yeah.
that stuff. And there was only like 300 people in the room, and I was the least because it was like at that time, Army Wives was a big show, and you had like Jeff Foxworthy and all the kings of comedy, Cedric the Entertainer, like all like they were real cats. And so Jennifer Hudson takes the stage, and she starts to sing, "And I'm telling you, I'm not going." That song everyone wanted to hear.
Yep.
Right when she finishes, she looks in the crowd. She goes, "Oh my God, that's my boy Matt Rogers.
No
Matt, I
way.
love you." And I'm like, "Jennifer," and all the executives look at me, dude. Just from her calling me out, she elevated me in that whole room of
Instantly.
everybody.
Yeah.
Dude, everyone wanted to come talk to me because I knew her.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was just because 7 years ago, I wasn't an a-hole.
Yeah.
Like I was
Yeah,
just-
you were good.
You know, you was good to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was awesome, dude. She took me in her bus afterwards and all that. And like, dude, it was
Wow.
just great. Like, and
That's
now,
cool.
like, I ended up getting, 2 or 3 seasons out of that because, Jennifer, elevated me. It was awesome.
So crazy. That is so crazy. And so then now, we were talking about this before we started recording, and I was like, I need to save this. Shota, Jay, you're gonna love this because I literally was like, obviously, I'm here in Nashville, so I know who the Tennessee Titans are. But
Mhm.
like an idiot, I was like, I don't know what this live golf thing is. I thought, no lie, I thought it was like, I was like, how does he announce it like some Top Golf type place? Like I literally thought that. So I was like, let me ask you a question. This will probably be stupid for the podcast. So
Man.
so then he starts telling me what it's about. And I was like, okay, I was like, does everybody know about this except me?
That's that Saudi money.
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds cool. That, you know, so what's it like when you're announcing for it? Is it like when you're watching it, you're the voice?
So I'm in game production.
Okay.
So when you'll hear me in the background on TV, because it's on FX, and you'll hear me kind of like when I PA announce for the Titans. When you're in the stadium, you could hear me, and if you watch on TV, like you could hear me in the background sometimes.
Okay.
So you'll hear me announce the golfers in the background, but basically any LIV Golf tournament that you go to, I'm the guy that's going to announce the golfers on the first tee and in the 18th tee. And dude, it is freaking fun, dude.
Okay, so tell me about it. Like you were saying, it's exciting, it's fun, and so what's it like?
It's like the NFC and the AFC of football. So, you know, let's just call the NFC PGA and the AFC is LIV.
Okay.
Both of them have the best golfers in the world. The top two golfers on PGA is Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The top two golfers at LIV Golf are John Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau.
Okay.
So it's kind of like we have, but it's a different feel. So you go to a PGA, you get the real like historic, maybe even staunchy.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
Very buttoned up.
Golf clap.
Okay.
You know, golfers are locked in. They don't talk to you. And it's, you know, now on the tee, Scotty Scheffler. You know, you come to LIV Golf.
Yeah, give it to me. What are you
I mean, dude, it's, you know, we're bumping.
How do you announce Shambo? Like, what would be like your thing for that?
First on the tee, captain of Crushers GC, your captain, Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, dude, it's
juice.
It's juice. And the golfers freaking love it. And it changed the environment. So now, instead of not talking to the golfers, dude, they're taking selfies.
Yeah.
They're high-fiving because there's a team aspect to it too. They love it. They are very happy. The big controversy was it was Saudi Arabian money, which the Saudis fund it and back it, which is fantastic because it's a limitless supply of resources.
It's a great paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
But
think
the
so.
thing is, what I've learned is, I want to say this carefully, is at the end of the day, you know, religiously, whatever, I might not align with the Saudis.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, man, the Saudis are all about honor, family, and taking care of their people.
Yeah.
And if you're one of their people, they will take care of you.
Yeah.
Regardless of religion or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they're all about honor. So the way that they treat their golfers and the golfers' families, dude, these pros are so happy. I mean, there's a lot of controversy. Oh, so-and-so leaving this, that. Dude, there's no reason for them to leave. Because at the end of the day, these pro golfers only care about majors.
Yeah.
The Masters, you know what I mean? Like the FedEx Cup, like they care about majors. The U.S. Open, and they can still play in that at LIV Golf.
I wanted to ask you about that actually.
Yeah.
Because listen, I'm actually, so here in Columbus, Ohio, we have the Muirfield tournament in Dublin. And, you know, back in the day, Tiger Woods would come here and take over. And it's always a huge spectacle. So this is golf country a little bit here. And I remember, you know, a few summers back when the LIV, the whole tour was being announced, and it was very, like you said, a little bit controversial, competitive, and they're now going to compete with the PGA. And oh boy, there's this division amongst all the golfers, and you saw some of the things Phil Mickelson was saying, and then other guys were saying other things. So while all that was shaken out, and then you get approached, did you feel any hesitation or trepidation about taking that role, or did you have to do any background research about, you know, hey, you know, if I go for this, what's this going to mean for me, or how's this going to look? Like, was that something that was in your head?
Oh, that's a great question. No, because the truth is, by the time I got in, because I started in June of 2024.
Gotcha.
Which they were in their second full season.
They're already rolling.
It still had a ton of haters, but like Bryson, John Rahm, Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Sergio Garcia, Cam Smith, they had all already come over. And I did the first one when they came to Nashville at the Grove a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So No, like for me, it was easy. Like I looked at it as, God opened this door for me. It was an opportunity, and they hired me as a one-off when they came to Nashville. But you know how we do, we capitalize on those opportunities. We don't block people anymore. We crush them.
That's right.
So after that, it opened a door for me to go to Dallas for the championships in 24. And then that's when they looked at me. They said, dude, we want to sign you. We want you to be basically our Bruce Buffer.
Yeah.
What a gig, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So then I went all last year, and then I just re-signed for 26, and I'm so pumped to where I'm going to be leaving for Australia in 3 weeks.
Okay.
And I love it. But the big controversy was the Saudi money. And the second thing was like, well, they're paying these golfers a ton of money. And it's like, yeah, but dude, golf is the only sport where players never got a guaranteed paycheck.
Yeah.
You go to PGA, you're paying for your own plane flight, your own hotel, your own entry. And if you don't make the cut, you just lost. And only if you make the cut. And then if you make the cut, like the PGA takes care of the PGA, which is the Players Golf Association, not the players.
Right.
So it's kind of like we don't get mad when Mahomes signs a $500 million deal and it doesn't make him play any less good.
Correct.
Like they just adopted that. It's like, we're going to take care of our golfers. And that's why, whenever this airs, but yesterday was a big day to where Brooks Koepka announced that he's going back to the PGA Tour. So everyone was saying, well, that means Bryson's going to come back and Jon Rahm's going to come back. And Jon Rahm and Bryson literally said yesterday, like, I'm not going back to PGA. Why would I?
Yeah.
Why would they?
Their families are so happy. Their families travel with them everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I bet it's first class everywhere. I bet they're very, very well taken care of.
It's unbelievable. It is such a blessing. And on top of that, if you have never been to a LIV Golf,
You need to do this.
you have to, because they don't take, like if you go to a PGA event, and I'm not dogging anyone, I'm saying the differences. You go to a PGA event, you're going to be there for 8-9 hours watching a golf tournament.
Okay.
Like this.
Right.
You go to LIV Golf, it's a shotgun start the way all of us play in tournaments.
Yeah.
So it's 4 hours, music's bumping all the time. You can go anywhere on the course.
Okay.
You have full access to everything.
Okay.
And on top of that, okay, now we're done. Okay, now we're going to head over to the 18th green because we got Drake tonight.
Shout out.
Drake's performance.
So there's live performances
That's crazy.
when everything kind of culminates.
Every night. Every night.
Man. So see, this is what I'm talking about, man. People, are always upset when there's a competitor in a market, right? Like somebody comes in new, they innovate, they have some different strategies, and then they pull some star power. And then now it becomes the reaction to that is to kind of dog them a little bit because you don't want to compete. Listen, if you love sports and you love capitalism, you got to love competition. There's nothing wrong with everybody wanting to compete. I don't know if you saw Dave Chappelle talking about his experience.
I did. Yes.
Did you see that, Stephen? Going over there, and he was like, "Look,
great.
man, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was just being honest." He said, "Yeah, they paid me great, and I had a great time, and I did some shows for him. I don't feel bad about it, and he shouldn't."
So the Titans. So now, what's that scenario? There was some sort of a contest for you to get that gig.
Honestly, it was like American Idol 2.0.
Yeah.
I had to send in an audition tape, and then I auditioned. And the cool thing was, it's so crazy how like life works. Like when I auditioned for American Idol, I was the last one. Like I was number 40,000 in the Rose Bowl. So I literally sat there for like 11 hours and watched people audition. And then when I was the Titans, when I got to the top 20, I was number 20. Right. So I got to listen, and this is a good tip for everyone else out there. Like, just like football, my resume as a PA announcer on paper was the least qualified.
Right.
And like my resume as a PA announcer when I tried out for the Titans job was I announced one game for my high school alma mater, and I got fired after one game. That was my resume of my high school alma mater.
I love it.
And I should have got fired because I was a total idiot on the microphone.
Right.
I was young and stupid. I was like 25, and I got cut from the Bengals, and I came home, and it was like, "Hey, you want to be our PA announcer?" I'm like, "Yeah." And our school sucked when I went back, and So like we were losing.
You know
by
how
like,
crazy on the mic you had to have been to get fired from your alma mater after one game. You had to be saying some wild out of pocket stuff.
Yeah, I want to know. He's like yelling at that coach. He's like, "Screw you!
This is exactly what I
am someone."
He's like, God, 76 sucks, doesn't he? Look at those terrible feet.
No, I mean, this is what I did. It was be like, and Johnson finally completes a pass to Martinez for a gain of 15 yards. Like I was saying that. And then if it was PI, I'd be like, the referee missed the call on that one. That'll bring up second down. And dude, everyone loved it, but I got the call after like, hey, dude, you can't do that.
I love
and I got
that.
fired.
That's Matt's calling. Matt needs a football league like LIV Golf.
Yes.
Right? Where the announcers are allowed to just be like, now that's bullshit.
I would love that.
Another drop in a playoff game by DK Metcalf.
Yes.
Big shock there.
Holy crap, DK just smacked the hell out of a fan. He's going to get fined.
That's exactly what we need.
Oh man.
You had to do a contest.
So I do the audition, but that was my resume. And I'm listening to, and I knew a couple of the guys that they just are way bigger names than me. One guy had been PA announcer for 30 years, and he flew in from Los Angeles because he was the LA Kings PA announcer, and he was just coming off a Stanley Cup championship. The other guy was the PA announcer for the Tennessee Volunteers. And it worked out perfectly because he can do Vols on Saturday and Titans on Sunday. So all this is like, you look at all this and you're like, okay, well, I don't measure up with them. But I had this moment, dude, where I'm listening to all of them because the top 20 gets to go in the stadium and they get to hear you from the mic. And there was about 100 people in the stadium all around different angles, and they would like write their assessment. And then there was the 5 executives. And I noticed that some people got called down to the executives and some didn't. So I'm kind of like replaying the American Idol days. I'm like, okay, if you get called to the executives, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you could hear, but dude, we had a script, and at the time we had Derrick Henry on our team as our running back, and he was a really, really big deal. He was just coming off second huge season.
The monster.
Yeah.
Dude is a monster.
All 20 of the people, or all the 19 people in front of me, they all read it the same way. Okay. They had different voices, but it was like, and we had to do the starting lineup. It was, now, starting at running back for your Titans, number 22, Derrick Henry.
Right.
And then the next guy would go, and now, starting at quarterback for your Titans, number 22, Derrick Henry. And then the next one, now, starting at running back for your Titans. The same thing. And I'm like, all right, dude, I had this moment. I'm like, I'm going to do it different.
Yeah.
Like these people are either going to love me or they're going to hate me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it the way that I would do it if that was my friend and he wanted an announcement. Like I was thinking when I came out of the tunnel, how would I want to be announced?
Yeah.
Yes.
So dude, I grabbed the mic and I go, and at running back, your 2-time NFL rushing champion, number 22, all hail the king, Derrick Henry.
That is awesome.
Yeah, you know you're getting that job.
I mean, I watch the executives look up at the booth at me like this, and I'm like, okay, it was different.
Yes.
They might be like, hey, you're a little too much for us. That's not our style, but whatever. I made my impact. And they call me down and they're like, we've never had anyone sing from the microphone before. And I was like, yeah. And I mean, dude, and I got the job.
Dude, that's amazing.
Incredible.
That kind of gave me like Chicago Bulls vibes.
Yeah.
Like from the 90s. That was awesome.
Hell yeah. But you use what God gave you, man. He gave you that voice.
It's perfect.
Use it.
Yeah, but you can't go on Twitter because then when I went on Twitter, everyone's like, this guy freaking sucks. He's not professional. Blah, blah, blah. You get the Twitter trolls. And I was like,
that's good. That means they're talking about you.
That's
That's
when
good.
you made it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
is your role with the Titans just home games and nothing else?
Yep.
Okay.
Just home games, nothing else. I also do the Music City Bowl when it comes to town, but there's always opportunities. And I mean, I've only been here for 5 years now.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm only 47. I got some juice in me. Like I want to. What's next?
You
like
just get going.
I'm going to do a Super Bowl. I haven't done one yet, but I'm telling you right now, I will PA announce a Super Bowl.
Well, and so how does
Let's
that
get it.
happen?
relationships.
For example, there's no question after the new stadium is built that we're going to bid for the Super Bowl and we're going to get a Super Bowl here in Nashville. Like, so is that you?
It could be. Like, I mean, like, my parents taught me this. They said, you work like it depends on you and you pray like it depends on God. So I'm going to do my part and I'm going to let him do his. And I actually believe, I like really do believe. That. Yeah. Like I genuinely believe that he's going to open a door for me to give me a shot.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to happen here in Nashville. I love it. I see it. Oh. Let's go.
So speaking of Titans football, because listen, you guys have a fantastic rookie in Cam Ward. I covered him at Miami, watched him closely. I think he's super gifted. I think he's going to need some help around him. I think he's going to grow up and learn in this league, and he's going to be really good. I genuinely believe that. I like both him and I like Shador. But how hard is it, man? You know, not the best record this season, and you've got to keep that juice late in the fourth quarter during a blowout. How do you lock in and still keep the people into it?
That's a great question, because honestly, that's the hardest part of my job. Like, I love the work, but the reality is, when you're 3-12 and you're losing to the Jags by 15 points and there's 3 minutes in the fourth quarter, and half the fans actually want to lose so you get a better draft pick. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
But I have a job, and my job is to entertain the fans, to report the information, and to keep the crowd hype.
Right.
So, like, my third down call, like, my signature, like most PA announcers have the same thing. Like, they sound the doom bell and it's like, it's third down. You know what I mean? Like, they'll drag it out. Like, I make mine like hype, but no one wants to hear me freaking hype them up when there's 3 minutes left. We're down by 15 and they kind of don't want to win. They're like, all right, Titans fans, it's third. And they're like, dude. But I go and I do my job the same way that I would do it if we were up by 50 points and we were, 14-0. Like, I have to, because if I don't, then I didn't do my job. I didn't do a good job. So it's hard, because at the same time, it's like common sense says, dude, shut up. Like, ain't nobody hype about this right now. But I also have a job to do. So I find my avenue. Like, I read the room, like I read the stadium. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to give a half-ass approach, but at the same time, like, I'm not going to overdo it if it's, we're not going to win the game. You know what I mean? But you gotta keep them engaged. The frustrating part is, I'll go to other stadiums, and I'm not going to say teams' names, but teams that are very successful.
Right.
And the PA announcer doesn't have to do anything, and everyone's going crazy.
Yeah.
It's just like, Collins completes a 10-yard pass to Watkins for a first down. And everyone's like, first down, yeah.
And they take off. And
But like, dude, like what Jay said, like, Cam Ward does some pretty freaking unbelievable stuff. Like,
dude,
the last game, he literally avoided a sack and then flushed to the left and then avoided another sack and then went to the right, and someone almost, and like, dude, he made this unbelievable play and throws across his body across the field for a 25-yard first down to Ellick Isle Manor. And I'm like, what I want to say is, Ward avoids to the left, but I can't. I just got to keep it, what it is. But I'll be like, Ward's pass is complete to Isle Manor. Good enough for another Titan. First down. Right. And everyone's like,
that's tough on you because you know ball. So you almost want to analyze a little bit, I imagine, right?
Yeah. Totally.
Matt, do you have any input on like in-stadium music too? Or is it just PA side is separate? How do they work together?
No, the creators, the creative directors, and the VPs, they're actually really cool. Like, they welcome input. So they have their set list of what they want to play. But a good example was, remember that old Kid Rock? I think it's Kid Rock. The old song, ball with the ball, the bang, the bang.
That's Kid Rock. Yeah, that's Kid Rock.
My name is For a year, the first year, I'm like, why don't we play that before the kickoff? Yeah. Like, dude, this place would be hype. And it took 3 years, but they finally started doing it.
That's nice.
And now,
That's great.
that's our kickoff song. And
Hell yeah.
and dude, people get amped up.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it's cool.
that's
It's a
awesome.
badass song.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, dude, because everyone's doing it. You want to pick songs that everyone can sing along with. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And this might be for you too, Steve, because you guys are both Tennessee guys, Nashville guys right now. Not to be, I know it's like a sore thing, but you did mention Ohio State earlier. Got under my skin with that, Steven. So I got to say, are the Titans fans just feeling a tad bit, I don't know, sore about losing Mike Vrabel, who is now probably going to win Coach of the Year and has his team as the number one team in the AFC, and just 1 year turned around the Patriots, and now they look like the best team in football almost overnight, and you guys had them?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure some fans feel that way, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You know,
For sure.
You want that old thing back?
I mean, hindsight, Jay, hindsight. It's perfect.
I'll give you an example. I was not good at really anything in high school, as we've talked about. I was chubby, had really red cheeks. I was a soft guy. And there was a girl that I liked a lot. And I asked her to dances, and she always told me no. And 6 years later, I saw her at a wedding of a mutual high school friend. And I had just gotten off American Idol. And I had money. And I was taller. And I was skinnier. And I had a smoking hot blonde next to me that is now my wife.
That's right.
And the girl that I asked so many times looked at me, and I said, "Sorry, Julie, it's too late. You had your chance." That would be my example. So there you go.
There you go.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
I know y'all got to be watching Mike going, we let that guy get out the door, and he's about to possibly be in the Super Bowl.
Well, I got brought in under Vrabel. Vrabel was very good to me, man.
Yeah.
Former Buckeye, by the way.
Yes. My coolest Vrabel story was after I got the job, I got a text message from a number I didn't have on my phone, and it said, "Matt, congrats on getting the gig. I was pulling for you. Welcome to the Titans family."
That's awesome.
And I'm like, "Oh, cool. Like, is this a new director or something?" I go, "Who's this?" And he writes back, "Vrabes."
No
And
shit.
I said, guess what I responded? "Sure, dick. Who is this?"
You're like, ain't no damn way.
Yeah, ain't no damn way Vrabel was texting me.
It was the Wednesday before the draft, because the draft kicks off on Thursday. Vrabel sent me a video of him in the draft room, and he goes,
Yes.
"Sure, dick, it's Vrabes. What's up?" I'm like, "Oh my God, coach, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And dude, after that, we were like friends, dude.
That is hilarious.
I love it.
Matt, I understand you have like a passion project around cystic fibrosis, which is fantastic. Could you tell us a little bit more about that and how you got into that?
Yeah, so 3 of my 4 kids were diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at birth. So CF is what they call it. It's a chronic lung and pancreas disease. There's currently no cure. When my second son was born in 2008, like he was like a month old, found out about him. It was freaking terrible, as you can imagine, because I'm a young dad. I was like 29.
Yeah.
And I'm like crying, and I'm like, you're young. I'm still a meathead. I'm like, am I ever going to be able to coach my son's football team and this and that? And they were, the doctor said, you won't be able to do this, this, and this, a lot of stuff. But I learned from my mom at a young age that we have a God of miracles, like supernatural miracles. And I've seen so many miracles that people would probably trip out. But it's been easy for me to believe in God because I've seen God's super hit my natural and change things. So all the stuff that the doctor said about my kids at a young age, I'll just say has never happened.
Wow.
And my son just finished his senior year of football at Independence High School.
Congrats.
He's going to Ole Miss. He's not playing football, but I don't care. I'm just like, and then my 2 daughters had the same diagnosis. So we do a lot of stuff with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, to help raise money. I do probably 60 events a year. People hire me as their MC and auctioneer to help them raise more money. And Chef, like you do them all the time.
Oh yeah.
So you've probably been a part of when the cheesy auctioneer gets on stage, it's super awkward.
And they're not, when the hype auctioneer comes in, That's when millions are donated.
So that's what I do.
You're perfect for that.
Well, that's how we have mutual friends because I work with the Brett Boyer Foundation through Luke Bryan.
Yep. I've done tons of stuff with the Brett Boyer Foundation.
Yeah. And so my good friends, the Boyers, they lost their daughter, Sadie Brett Boyer, when she was about 6 months old from CHD, congenital heart disease. And they have done phenomenal work of saving other kids' lives. So my kids are doing fantastic with CF. And I always tell people, like, you know, my kids don't have CF. I always use, they were diagnosed with CF because the way I was brought up, and like, I don't ever want to own something God doesn't have for me. Like when God looks at my kids, he doesn't see them sick, he sees them healed. So I never say like, my kids have this. I say they were diagnosed with it. So I don't want to deny the problem, but at the same time, like, for me, the name of Jesus is above the name of cystic fibrosis. I'm going to edify that. And when we go through those challenges, I live from a promise and speak to a problem instead of always begging God for something. Like, we sit from a place of authority and we change, you know, we change the situation through the power of God. And I've seen it so many times. And that's why I'm like, I'm passionate about that, but I'm really passionate about helping people. And my kids are doing fantastic. You would never know. But, you know, it's like real life stuff, you know, because 2008, you know, life delivered something we did not order off the menu, and it was freaking tough. You know,
that is hard.
Yeah,
that's hard.
Hey, Matt, I want to thank you for sharing that, man. One, and two, and this is just coming from me personally. If there's anything I can ever do, anything I can ever show up for to any of your events, I will be on the first thing smoking, because I love what you just said there. I love what you said about your faith and your belief system. And I think it's so underrated what that can do to change the outcome of your life and the people that you love's lives. It's all about belief, man. And you do it. You got it. I can tell right away, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I just want to be your friend and kick it, dude.
Let's do it.
Seriously. That's awesome.
All right, before I let you get out of here, I'm going to ask you one last thing, because we talked about it earlier, and we talked about the country music industry and all the personalities you've met. Who has stuck out in your brain the most? Anything quirky or crazy about any of them?
Pick one. I mean, you and I can probably share Luke Bryan stories.
Oh, yes. Tons.
It's like, I can pick so many. All right, let's pick a big one. All right. I'll give you a good story and a bad story, because we all want to hear the bad stories. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. After I got voted off American Idol, Seacrest and Ryan, and Simon, they were really good to me. I had a show on the Fox reality channel that doesn't exist anymore. It was like channel 242, whatever. And it was called American Idol Extra, the show that starts where American Idol leaves off. So I would like interview people, and I got to interview, here's the good story. I got to interview Gwen Stefani.
Nice.
Oh,
cool. She was so freaking awesome, dude. She had this tiger ring on, and it was so cool at the time, to where the tiger head, it looked like it was eating her finger.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And the tiger was green with all emeralds, and the teeth were all diamonds, and the eyes were rubies. And I'm like, that has to be the most. So I lean over to her off camera. I go, Gwen, I have to know. She was so cool. She kept going like this to me, like, rah, rah. Like, she was awesome before Blake and all that. But anyway, I go, Gwen, I go, between you and me, I go, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I go, I'm a curious guy. I gotta know. I go, how much did that ring cost? And she laughs at me and she goes, well, it's a gift, because, you know, when we're on TV, they want us to wear their stuff and stuff.
Right.
She goes, but this ring is $3.5 million.
Oh,
I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
That was awesome. And
That's
then
nuts.
a bad story, which is funny, and whatever, if she watches, you suck. Like this Roseanne Barr. And I went to interview her, and the producers come up to me. They go, don't touch her. She doesn't like to be touched. I go, okay, so like, I can't shake her hand. They said, do not. And I'm such a, like, it's going to sound creepy, but like, I'm a touchy guy.
Yeah.
Like, when I walk in and see your producers, like, very seldomly do I shake hands. I always give like side hugs, or daps or something like that.
Yeah.
And dude, I go to interview her, and they told me like 20 minutes before, and I freaking forgot, because I'm an idiot, and I graduated with a 1.96 GPA, and I'm not smart. And I just forgot, and I walk up, and I'm like, hey, Roseanne, so happy, so nice to meet you. And I side hug her. She goes, no, what are you doing on camera? And I go, and dude, I'm like Captain Obvious in awkward situations. So I'm like, well, this interview has started out fantastic. We're here with the untouchable Roseanne Barr. And I went in and she freaking hated me. And the interview was a train wreck, but it was awesome. And it's
That's
like,
amazing.
What a story, though.
That is
That's
awesome,
amazing.
man.
That was cool. Yep.
So listen, guys, man, this has been an awesome sit down. This has been by far one of my favorite episodes. Episode 3 in the books. Vino, Vital, Vici.
I only had 2 others to beat out, right?
That's right.
We'll see if you feel the same way in episode 300.
The man, the myth, the legend, folks. From mediocre high school football player to LIV Golf announcer to the Titans PA announcer to somebody that was on American freaking Idol that probably has the new title as most interesting man in the world. Matt Rogers, we thank you so much, brother. Bravo to you. And we wish you much success on everything that you do and continue to do. And we're going to be happy to support you and support anything you get involved in because we like you. And we thank you for making time for us. And thank you so much to our other hosts, Shota Ike and the chef himself. My man, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You guys have been awesome. Thank you guys for always tuning in. And make sure to like, subscribe. Got to say all that fun stuff. And share with everybody the best show on the web. See you guys soon.
Vino Vinyl Vici is brought to you by 3 Strand Sports and Entertainment and is produced, recorded, and edited by Trevor Delling with Local Light Marketing Solutions. Thank you to our guest, our sponsors, and to 411 Music Group and artist Simon for our theme music. As always, please subscribe to the podcast and visit us at vvvpodcast.com to stay in touch.